Hello student. Today we will discuss about the political development which take during the medieval period. In this topic I will explain you how the invaders who came from Turkey or from the Middle East, they established their empire in India. Okay, means here you will study, in this topic you will study how the new empire emerged during the medieval period. Okay, so first I will explain you how Muhammad Ghori came India. Okay, to defeat Prithviraj Chauhan, Raja Jai Chand invited Muhammad Ghori. He helped Muhammad Ghori to defeat Prithviraj Chauhan. You have heard about Prithviraj Chauhan. You have seen also serial and some films also, which was related to Prithviraj Chauhan. Muhammad Ghori, who was ruler of Gaur, he attacked on Prithviraj Chauhan, and they fought first war of Tarain, and in 1191. In this battle, Muhammad Ghori was defeated by Prithviraj Chauhan. And after this, he again attacked on Prithviraj Chauhan in 1192. And in this battle of Tarain, means second battle of Tarain, Prithviraj Chauhan was defeated by Muhammad Ghori. And because there were some Rajput kings, they helped Muhammad Ghori like Jai Chand. Okay, and in this way, he gave new way or new path. He showed the new path of passage to the people or the invaders of the Middle East to attack on India. And after this battle, he brought India under the rule of slave dynasty. And you will see that after the fall of slave dynasty, Khiljis, like the first, when you will study about the slave dynasty, you will first you will study about the Turkish ruler. In Turkish ruler, you will study about during the slave dynasty. You will see that in slave dynasty there were so many rulers. Like it is said that it is the opinion of our historian that Qutbuddin Aibak was the founder of slave dynasty. And he, because why this name was given to the this dynasty, because Qutbuddin Aibak was slave of Muhammad Ghaznavi. Okay, so this was about the slave dynasty. And after Qutbuddin, you will study about Shamsuddin Iltutmish, Razia Sultan, and Ghayasuddin Balbal. And after this decline of slave dynasty, the Khilji dynasty became the ruler of India. Okay, you will study after the decline of slave dynasty, you will study about the Khilji dynasty. In Khilji dynasty, there were the three main rulers. First, the Jalaluddin Khilji, then after that Alauddin Khilji. These were the two main ruler of Khilji dynasty. Okay, and after that you will study about the Tughlaq dynasty. And Tughlaq dynasty, the main ruler of Tughlaq dynasty was Ghayasuddin Tughlaq, and after that Muhammad bin Tughlaq and Firoz Shah Tughlaq. All this topic will be explained in your third chapter, which is about the Sultanate period. And after that, after decline of Tughlaq dynasty, you will study about the Sayyid dynasty. And in Sayyid dynasty, you will study only one popular ruler of Sayyid dynasty, that is Khizr Khan. And after decline of Sayyid dynasty, the new dynasty came to rule over the Delhi and the state which was very near to the Delhi or northern part of India, that was Lodi dynasty. And Lodi dynasty, in this topic you will study about the different ruler who ruled over our country, mainly the Behlul Lodi, Sikandar Lodi and Ibrahim Lodi. Ibrahim Lodi was the last ruler of the Lodi dynasty, and he was defeated by the Babur in the first battle of Panipat. You have heard about the battle of Panipat. And Babur, who defeated Ibrahim Lodi in 1526, and he was invited by the nobles who didn't like Ibrahim Lodi, and they thought that after defeating Ibrahim Lodi, Babur will return to Fargana, but it didn't happen. After defeating Ibrahim Lodi, Babur became the ruler of Delhi. Delhi का वो खुद रूलर बन गया, and he founded the empire of, we can say, he became the founder of मुगल एम्पायर. इस तरह से उसने मुगल एम्पायर की फाउंडेशन रखी. एंड बाबर वॉज द फर्स्ट मुगल रूलर, and he captured so many states of India, because he saw that there were so many Indian ruler or Hindu rulers, they don't have any unity, उनमें कोई यूनिटी नहीं थी. और इसी का फ़ायदा जो विदेशी इन्वेडर्स थे, उन्होंने इसका पूरा का पूरा फ़ायदा उठाया. और इस फ़ायदे को उठाकर मोहम्मद गौरी को कह लें या मोहम्मद गजनवी को देखेंगे, या हम स्लेव डायनेस्टी में रूलर्स को सल्तनत पीरियड में जब देखेंगे, तो यू विल सी देयर वर सो मैनी राजपूत रूलर हु यूज्ड टू फाइट विथ ईच अदर. वो एक दूसरे से पे अटैक करते थे, उनमें कोई यूनिटी नहीं थी. दे वांटेड टू शो देयर पावर, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ इट उसका जो फ़ायदा किसको मिला, जो ये बाहरी आक्रमणकारी थे, उन्होंने उसका पूरा फ़ायदा उठाया. ओके, एंड इन दिस वे दे गेव फाउंडेशन टू न्यू एम्पायर. इस तरह से उन्होंने एक नए एम्पायर की फाउंडेशंस रखी. एंड इन मुगल एम्पायर यू विल स्टडी अबाउट द बाबर, हुमायूं, and after death of Babur, Humayun became the ruler, but son of Babur, Humayun, who was defeated by Afghan chief Sher Shah Suri, he didn't got so much time to rule over India. But after death of Humayun, his son Akbar became, and he consolidated and expanded the Mughal Empire in India. And Akbar is also called a great ruler of Mughal Empire. जो अकबर है वो इस मुग़ल एम्पायर का सबसे महान रूलर माना जाता है. एंड ही वॉज नॉट वेरी, उसने जो अपनी पॉलिटिकल जो पावर थी उसके साथ साथ उसने राजपूतों के साथ मैरिज अलायंस भी स्टार्ट किया, बिकॉज ही न्यू दैट द राजपूत्स आर वेरी पावरफुल, एंड टू मेंटेन हिज एम्पायर ही नीडेड द हेल्प ऑफ राजपूत. You will study about these Akbar's policies in your chapter number 4. After the death of Akbar, his son Jahangir became the ruler of Mughal Empire, and he was a man of refined taste and able ruler. And after death of Jahangir, you will see Shah Jahan became the other very powerful ruler of Mughal Empire, and he was a great patron of art and architecture. You will see there are so many monuments which was built by Shah Jahan, whether it is Red Fort or Taj Mahal. The great two examples are Red Fort and Taj Mahal. And after death, when Shah Jahan was not died, before his death, his own son Aurangzeb became the ruler of Mughal Empire, and he was very able administrator of मुग़ल एम्पायर. ये मुग़ल एम्पायर का बहुत ही एबल, हम कह सकते हैं बहुत ही काबिल रूलर था. तो इस तरह से हम इस पूरे चैप्टर में ये स्टडी करेंगे कि आने वाले जो चैप्टर्स हैं हमारे, द 4 कमिंग चैप्टर्स, दे आर रिलेटेड विद द फर्स्ट चैप्टर. Means what I have explained you, which kind of political development came during the medieval period. You will study about all this topic in your forthcoming chapters. Okay, whether it is second chapter, third chapter, fourth chapter, or fifth chapter, they all depend on this first chapter. So you have to learn or read this chapter very carefully. Okay, and see the topics which is given in your book. That's all for today. Tomorrow I will explain the next chapter. Okay, thank you.